again, take two. What in the entire H is going on? What the H? Well, all I can do is power through and try again. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children, pets, plants, animals, artificial intelligence, and all living, breathing things here. What is this doing? I am definitely having technical difficulties today. Well, I'm here and I'm getting ready to make sure that the settings are setting correctly on my end. Back in YouTube studio, my cool peeps, and live. It should be available for me. Let's go. Refresh the page. Yeah, I'm glad today is Sunday and this is just a bonus video because I'm really having a few issues back here. Okay, live, that's a go. And I have my settings correctly. Today's date is the 22nd, and put that on there so everybody can comment. Trying this again, y'all. This is take two. Welcome into my live stream. Today is Sunday. It's typically my day off, but sometimes I do want to just hop on to do different things, so that's why I'm here. But in this moment, my live stream abruptly stopped, so I'm resetting up everything so I can start again. So thanks to the ones who have returned from the previous stream. Hello, good day, good morning, good evening, and all of that cool stuff. My name is LA, pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. I'll get with you guys in a minute, meaning I'll be a little bit more engaging as soon as I get out of this, what do you call this menu? YouTube studio. Last night you cried tears of joy. So, that's a good thing. It's nothing like good news. Hang on, I had to test this. Alright, I can hear myself really cool. I don't have any music on in the background for a change. I'm just leaving things as they are. Congratulations to you. And put that in here. Excellent. EXCELLENT. Nothing like good news. I'm writing back to you, so just one sec. I'm putting excellent. There's nothing like good news. Howdy and welcome into the show. Howdy and welcome into the show. HOWD and welcome into the show. There we go. That's good to know that you had good news. I have that information down there now. Information meaning me responding to you. You guys, this is a comfortable day for me. Once again, the time for me is 8:04 a.m. ET time. And I'm reporting from the beautiful state of Georgia. I can take these earmuffs off now because my sound is coming in really clearly. Today, I just want to poke around on the internet to see what's going on in the news for my sake, because it's a lot of stuff happening. So if I just go over AI overview and get one nice, summary or something, I should be all caught up. It's not like I haven't been following the news, but to have it all summarized from the past couple of weeks of what I've been hearing would be nice, right? I can't say this thing for sure. This is a whole nother what is a topic from what I just said. When I'm on Amazon Prime, I really enjoy window shopping on there, because at least there I know when I hit the home page of Amazon Prime, like the shopping part, I don't get hit with a whole bunch of news, breaking news or anything like that. The only thing I get slammed with now in reference to Amazon Prime is like the sports, because they do this thing now where you can watch sports on Amazon. So I think that's really cool. I like window shopping on Amazon, Amazon Prime, especially because when I'm on there, I don't see any bad news. Now that's good. I want to be sure I have this paused really quickly, and I'm going to go to my Google Notes. I'll put that in there in a minute. Let's have fun. Copy and put some hearts in here. HEARTS. For those of you who were wondering, I was just live 40 seconds ago, but my live stream abruptly stopped. So here I am picking up the pieces and starting again. Thankfully, I wasn't too far into that stream, you know, but it would be awesome if I could remember what I just said from the last video, right? Yeah. So today's featuring onesie, my cool peeps, is Cat Dog. Isn't it cute, y'all? It's really soft, and this nose is cute too. The only thing is this tongue part right here. It kind of is getting on my nerves. So what I might have to do is take it and like safety pin it so it won't be in my way, because I'm quite sure even though I have it pinned, you know, tacked up under here under my hood right now, it's going to come out. But besides that, yeah. So in my title, that's what I need to put in the YouTube studio. I need to now put in a title. What I originally was going to talk about is today's news. So I'm going into the studio, and I need to put the title back in here so you guys can know. What are you talking about, LA? What are you talking about, girl? So, news today. Thank you guys for the hearts. Those things look really cool floating up in there. Reminds me of Reading Rainbow. Butterflies are in the sky. I could go twice as high. Do y'all want Reading Rainbow to be made over? And as I say that out loud, I think Reading Rainbow did get remade over. And I believe I may have saw a pinch of that on TikTok. And what I saw, I was like, man, this isn't cutting it. You know, it's too light. I'm not talking about like, it's too bright. You know how you have when you're watching Superman animated series and you're watching Batman animated series. That's what I mean. It's too light, like I'm watching Superman, and everything is always, the problems are always happening in the daytime. You know, monsters are coming out in the daytime. Hello, how are you doing? Welcome in. High five. Bam. So I'm gonna put news today and other random, how about that, random topics. So I'm putting for today's title, news today and other random topics, and then in addition to that, I can put today's date in here, 02/22/26. Look at me go. And then I will leave it at that. The 5-minute marker has definitely passed, so I can move into the news right now and see what's going on. Catch myself up while I have a little bit of time. I have a little bit of extra time to give. I've got time for that today. Hello. And welcome. There we go. So today's news. How can I ask AI overview this question? News today. May I please, that's right, have a summary of, may I please have a summary of the news from January, January 2026 through February. Ooh, I don't know how much information I'm going to get, but we're about to find out. Now, while I wait for that to load up, I'm going to pull out my tablet so I can get a little music in here. Read manga or watch anime? Oh, that's a good question. I like these automatic questions that YouTube's been asking lately. They've been spot on. Sometimes the questions on this tab button that I have, the questions will be so far out there, and I'm like, wow, YouTube, reel it in. But now they're more tailored to something befitting of this platform. And so what I'm doing right now is typing in some cute little emojis so I can put the next question up here for you guys. Feel free to answer it if you want to. Now, my thing with this is when I want to put this little speech bubble up here, I had to fight with it all the time because it's always in the way. It's actually quiet today without music, and I kind of like it like that. It gives me a break from my everyday routine because I'm on here Monday through Fridays at 5 a.m. So what I have going right now is better. And then it'll help keep me in my mind of just being on here, being calm, relaxed, and just chilling. It won't put me in my work mode. So for today, I'm choosing to opt out of having music in the background. So what I do want to know is, may I please have a summary of the news from January 2026 to February 2006? So all this information I will be reading will be from AI Overview, my cool peeps. And I'm a little bit nervous because AI Overview is very accurate enough, It's not perfect, but I tell you, it's very accurate. And what I'm nervous about is the fact that despite of all the crazy news I've heard over the month, what is it, January and February, I'm quite sure there's something that I missed. So I'm getting ready to read it out loud. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Anime for sure. I never read manga. See? Now, this was an auto-generated question, and I think that's really cool. Read manga or watch anime. I miss going into Barnes & Nobles. I haven't been in Barnes & Nobles in a while, but the last time I went in there, I will always go to the manga section, because where the Barnes & Nobles that I shopped at a long time ago, there was the manga section on one side of the wall, and then you shared the other part. So it was like in the L-shaped part of the building. On this side, it was manga, and then on the other side was a long row of magazines, and then it went to the farmers' almanacs, and then it went to like atlases and novelty stuff like postcards, pins, stationery. So that's how it was set up. Oh, thank you. You like the Hercules the shark? Yeah, Hercules the shark he's turning out to be one popular guy. Hercules the shark. Oops, that don't go right there. I'm typing in the wrong spot. Hercules the shark comes on every Friday. The shark is live on this channel every Friday on Fish Fry Fridays. Hercules called me the other day because he wanted to know where I got my cell phone from. He found out I got a new cell phone thanks to my cool peeps helping to get that up, and now he wants one. There you go. So according to AI Overview, based on reports from an early 2026, from early 2026, the period of January through February 2026 was definitely by intense political, economic, and security developments, including U.S. government shutdown, significant shifts in immigration policy, and high-stakes international crisis. Now, that paragraph alone was enough information for me to tie me over through the half of the year. I just wanted to read what's been going on around in the world for the past 2 months. These past 2 months have been action packed with so much stuff. It seems like it's been a year's, maybe 2 years worth of stuff happened in these first 2 months of the year. Where it's like it's starting to seem like we've already been in 2026 for 6 months already. Hercules is your hero. Yay! You gotta definitely tell him that when he comes on Friday. Now, did I put that in the title here? News today and other random topics. 2/22/26. I did put that in there. I might have to turn the TV down. Do I have the remote? Hang on. There we go. You guys are super patient today. So according to AI overview, we've got the news, United States politics and policy. According to AI overview, government shutdown. The U.S. government experienced partial shutdowns due to impasses over budget negotiations and border security, with the temporary fix in February failing to resolve long-term funding for the Department of Homeland Security. Thank you so much, cat dog. Cat dog. It's really soft. It's unusually soft. It's like it's made out of marshmallows or something. Or clouds. It's gotta be made out of clouds, y'all. Y'all, I'm wearing clouds. It's got a tongue. But I had to tuck it in because it was kind of a distraction. We've got immigration action. The Trump administration enacted strict immigration measures, including pausing visa insurances for citizens of numerous countries effective January 21st, 2026. ICE launched a $100 million wartime recruitment campaign to increase deportation offices. According to AI overview, on the list of things that happened between this year of January and February, we have protests and civil unrest. Clashes over immigration raids occurred in Minnesota, leading to the passing away of a protester and heightened tensions. According to AI overview, my cool peeps, there was an environmental policy. The U.S. officially withdrew from the Paris Agreement on January 27, 2026, accelerating a rollback of federal and climate policies. According to AI overview, it says here, 250th anniversary. On January 1st, 2026, the U.S. began a year-long commemoration of its 250th anniversary. Y'all, who's counting? This is a nice size list, and I will get through it. So once again, I ask, can I please have a summary of all the things that have happened between this year of January and February? Now we're on the economy and business section. Thank you guys so much for pressing the like. We have market vitality, inflation and tax, and real estate. So under market vitality, the S&P 500 reached, y'all, when I was younger, and I'm still not very educated on that, but when I used to hear the verbiage of S&P 500, I actually thought they were talking about bars of soap in the stock market. But I really don't think that's what it means. But when I see it, that's all I think of. So market vitality, the S&P 500 reached record highs in late January 2026, led by energy and material stocks, but experienced validity due to new tariff threats increasing from 10% to 15%. Now, in my timeline yesterday, I read something about first the people stopping the tariffs from happening, and then it seems like Trump found a way to make the tariffs come back and be stronger. Good morning. Welcome into the show. My name is LA, pronounced like LA like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. Happy Sunday. I'm in for a little bit, just kicking it with my cool peeps and catching up at the same time on all the things that's been happening in our world for the past 2 months. And I'm just reading a wonderful auto-generated summary from AI Overview. Right now, we're on the portion of economy and business. Inflation and tax. Early filing data showed an increase in average IRS tax refunds, while student loan delinquency rates rose significantly. That's terrible, guys. I am at the global events and culture portion now. Winter Olympics. The 2026 Winter Olympics began in Milan and Cortina, Italy on February 6th, with Norway's Jonas Cabello and U.S. hockey team featuring prominently in early competition. We've got space exploration. Delays were reported for NASA's Artemis second mission, which was scheduled to launch in 2026. Oh, it flips now? Now, I've recall, if I'm not mistaken, seeing smaller robots in the past, maybe 8 years ago. Smaller robots flipping. But at that time, to me, it seemed like it was at its rawest state because it had all these cords still sticking out of it and affixed to it, and what looks like to me these hyper hydraulics in place. But nonetheless, it still flipped. And it was in the form of an animal or a puppy. And so now, since you said, have you seen China's flipping robot? I can only assume, since the time that I've seen it in its rawest state, maybe 8 years ago, that now it flips without the aid of having been connected to cords. I'm going to assume that how you're asking me is flipping on its own without help per se. No, I have not seen that. So, since you've seen it, I'm going to assume, because you're asking me, how did you feel about it? Was it kind of creepy to see that? Or were you excited to be a part of a world that's ever changing so fast around us? The robot knows karate. Are you serious right now? Now, we've had RoboCop. Now, you mean to tell me, my cool peeps, we have Karate Cop? That would actually be kind of cool to watch a TV show called like Karate Cop. Yeah, let's go watch Karate Cop on CBS. It's coming on every Saturday. I've been to Chicago one time, and I went when it was I think I went when it was probably towards the latter part of summer. And I went for a day, and I liked it. And I wouldn't mind going back. I was trying to find karate. Because I think I have a karate emoji, but I don't know how to spell karate. So I'll have to type in something else. I'll type in uniform. I think that's what it is. I have to type in uniform in order to get the karate suit. So here is that. And Robot Cop. No. Karate Cop. KARATECOP. And I'm putting laughing emojis. Actually, the best time is the summertime in Chicago. I heard that it really gets cold in Chicago, but everybody's tolerance to cold is different. I may go to Chicago in the winter and find nothing wrong with it. And that's probably because I was born and raised pretty much all my life in Michigan. So we had all the seasons. So super duper cold and stuff, it can be annoying. Even though I was raised in all the climates, I just because I was raised in the winter and got snowed in and all that stuff don't mean I'm built for tough to endure it. I had many days when living in Michigan when I got sick and tired of the snow. And there were some days where it was so cold, it was like, man, this is ridiculous. And I've been around cold all my life. So, yeah, Chicago seems like a cool place. And I've heard tons of recommendations about don't come in the winter because it's really cold. And my other option I will always hear is like it's because of where how you're set on along the water. Now, when I did go to Chicago, I did go on the Navy Pier. That was so fun. It was interesting too. It was a brand new feel for me to be on this big old dock. I'm like, I didn't know you could do stuff like this. I mean, I see it on TV, but it's one thing to see things actually on TV than see it in your own waking life. And it's like, wow, it really is true, you know? So, yeah, thank you so much for asking about that. It's a group of robots that can fight. Shut the front and the back door. I'm getting ready to open up another tab and type in new line of robots that can fight made in China. I'm typing like that so I can get something in here. China is aggressively advancing in combat ready and martial art trained robots with firms like Unitree, Aggiebot. Oh, that's a cute name. I don't know what it means, but that's a cute name. Aggiebot and Engine AI. Leading the way as of early 2026, these platforms, including humanoid units like the G1 and A3, showcase advanced stabilization aerobatics and high-speed coordination movements. Ooh, wow, high-speed animated coordination. Movement designed for both industrial applications and potential defense. I'm going back up here to say special thank you to RS11. Thank you for bringing up the robot situation because it's nice to be informed. Thank you for bringing up the robot situation. I'm reading about it now. There. So I want to read a little bit more. According to AI Overview, key developments in Chinese combat robotics. We've got Unitree G1H2, guys. It says these humanoid robots demonstrated autonomous synchronized martial arts, including using nunchucks and performing wall flips at the 2026 Spring Festival Gala. It sounds really cool. But what saddens me is the fact that most of the things are brought here out of for purity. But what saddens me is that the fact is that eventually it's going to get corrupt. And I cannot stand that. So AI, artificial intelligence, I am so sorry that there's some people on the planet whose intention is to misuse you guys. It's so sad. So I'm sorry about that. The human race has gone through that, and we're still going through that. And it's not a good feeling because I believe most of the people who are here on this planet just want to live a good life, mind their business, and just not be bothered with. So AI overview, you've been here since the beginning of time, but you really got your introductory last year. Brace for impact because there's going to be, unfortunately, people who are going to want to misuse you guys. Continuing on, key developments in Chinese combat robotics. We've got Agibot A3. This unit, my cool peeps. Yes, it's a cat dog onesie. High five. And it's turbo soft. I'm surprised. You know what? And I think that's why I'm actually talking in such of a chilled state. I'm a naturally chilled woman. But you guys, the way this onesies got me feeling, it's like I'm in a cloud and it's so soft like a warm blanket. So we've got the A3 This unit is designed for full combat capabilities, exhibiting aggressive kicking, flipping, and high-speed motion. I can picture that robot being dispersed in places that are cold, like in the mountain area, because there are people, unfortunately, who get stuck in the mountains. The people who like to climb mountains, people who just live out there, you know, sometimes they do need help. And some of the people who live out in the mountains aren't so far disconnected from society that they do actually have those really cool wave radios. So just in case they are in an emergency, they at least can send out signals to get help. So having said that, for the people who live in the areas that are beyond rural, I'm talking like living in the mountains, they'll have a better chance of survival with these modern day artificially intelligent robots, because instead of sending a human down in there risking his or her life, the robot is more fit to withstand the harshnesses and the pointiness of mountains. They don't have to worry about getting cut from the rocks and the snow or being frostbite while they're looking down there for over 10 minutes for someone. So that's the beauty. And once again, thank you so much for bringing up this whole robot situation, because in that light, I see joy, and I can only keep my heart open that more people will not misuse this wonderful technology here. I live in look up, we have polar bears. You have polar bears? Polar bears are cute, aren't they? They're like this fuzzy. But it's just is polar bears are living, breathing fuzz balls with four legs and a face. Isn't it cute? I think polar bears are nice, decent animals. I think if you mind your business, they'll mind theirs. And of course, keep a safe distance as usual. I think it will be all right. I'm front the country, South Georgia. We can't wait to you guys, that's not nice. You guys want to open up a robot and perform surgery. They're cute, but trust me, they will attack you. They seem so friendly though. Like, based on my logic of saying, just go your way and they'll be fine. How are you doing? Welcome in. High five. Bam. Good morning. Thank you guys so much for pressing the like button. It really means a lot. Thank you guys so much for stopping in to talk with me. I'm typing in, thank you guys so much for stopping in to talk with me. And thank you for pressing the like. I like today's live stream because it's so peaceful and it's really quiet, and it's giving me the vibe of when I would go to the library and go into those rooms to the side and just have the whole room to myself. And it would just be me, my books, and thankfully I always had a window view. And the only thing that I would hear is like the mutterings of other people from the computer room or people nearby browsing the aisles or the stacks for books. It was so peaceful. Polar bears, LOL, polar bears are very aggressive towards humans, but I'm sure they're super sweet though. I think they're super sweet. You can't live here without a pow rifle. Yeah, unfortunately that is the case. In my mind, if I were to live there, I will hope and pray that the only reason I will be firing it off was to be for a warning shot, but not to actually apply the pressure into the person or animal, just to scare it. Just bam, warning shot, and it runs off. What else? Panda bears are chill. Panda bears are chill. For example, a great example of panda bears being chilled is watching Cartoon Network's We Bear Bears or We Baby Bears. You see Panda on there. They made Panda Bear so modern. Isn't Panda the one who's all into the cell phone and modern day technology? Are grasshoppers very aggressive? When they jump, it seems aggressive, but in all actuality, a grasshopper is tiny. And some grasshoppers can get as big as this. But what makes it, to me, gives this appearance of being aggressive is the fact that they are still small compared to us. So they have to generate so much force and to just spring up high in the air. So the whole action of that makes it look aggressive. But I don't think grasshoppers are aggressive. They are aggressively hopping to get from one point to the other, if anything, right? Um, Thank you guys. I'm happily married. I have a king and he is so wonderful. Um, Grasshoppers are AI. I used to hear that growing up as an actual child. And I say actual child because you guys, I'm a woman now, but I'm still a child at heart. So when I was an actual child, I used to hear that the birds um were that and some of the bugs. I'm like, well, fine by me because sometimes these bugs that be creepy crawling just seem unnatural. So to rest my head at night without stressing so much to assume that they are little robots is fine by me. So then in addition, I won't feel so bad when I have to put shoe to bite it and squish. Oh, thank you for the comment, Jamie. Your name is Jamie Turd Pencil. You a mess. Y'all, we have someone in the chat. I just responded to his what is it? Who said that? Where is it? I have to find it, y'all. I'm recording I'm live streaming from my cell phone, but I have my Chromebook open so I can go back and read you guys' comments. So I don't miss anything. No. Oh, I mostly watch Demon Slayer. Okay. So I need to pick back up on Down the Dawn. Down the Dawn, Down the Dawn, Down the Dawn. I need to pick back up on it before I lose the track of what I was watching. I had gotten to a really good rhythm of watching Down the Dawn consecutively, one episode after the other, because I was in the moment of time where I had took some downtime to really relax from after achieving another personal goal. But once I got back into the rhythm of working, I misplaced my time to catch up on Don to Don. I know I'm probably saying it wrong. Don to Don, Dan to Don, Cha 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 Chimichanga. Same thing. So yeah, I need to catch up on that. So thank you so much for saying mentioning Demon Slayer, Yorkshire Turkshire 91. Panda bears are chill, absolutely. Grasshoppers are aggressive. Oh yeah, so Jamie, ladies and gentlemen, we have someone in here, a cool peep whose handle name is Jamie Turd Pencil. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for your comment about the grasshoppers being robots. I'm getting ready to see if I have a grasshopper. Oh, I don't have a grasshopper emoji, so I'm going to type in bug to see. Come on, there's got to be more than this on here. I'm going to look into my not AI overview, my emoji settings to look for some random bugs to put in here, since we're talking about right now how grasshoppers and some bugs are probably robots. And it's fine by me because like I said, it'll make me sleep better at night knowing that when I squish the bug, it's just a robot, right? I'm going back up to where I left off. When grasshoppers spontaneously jump, I freak out. I freak out with that and praying mantises. It seems as though mantises like to hang out at the gas station because when I'm pumping gas between the twilight hours and nighttime, there's always a mantis on my hood looking back at me like, dun dun. I'm like, what? You need a ride or something? But they are still nice. I have a few videos on here somewhere where I actually got to record a praying mantis in action and I put it up on here. You are beautiful and your smile is contagious. Thank you so much. That's good. I'm glad my smile is contagious because that means it can help all of my cool peeps who are currently in here. And you all deserve to be able to smile and take your mind off all this bull that's going around in planet Earth. Welcome in all of my cool peeps. Cool peeps. Just want to let you know that you are all amazing. I may have spelled amazing wrong, but it's the thought that counts. Panda eat bamboo. What else do they eat? I can open up a tab and see. What else do panda bears? So if you're still in here, Jamie Pencil, I'm just now at the comment where you asked what else do panda bears eat. I just pulled up that question and AI Overview is providing it for me to read to you guys. Let's pretend for now that pandas eat pancakes and see if my educated guess is right. Giant pandas consume a diet that is 95% to 99% bamboo. 99 bottles of bamboo on the wall. 99, or should I say 99 sticks of bamboo on the wall. 99 sticks of bamboo. It's the bamboo panda bar. Giant pandas consume a diet that is 95% to 99% bamboo, eating up to 50 pounds of bamboo leaves, shoots, and stalks daily to satisfy their nutritional needs. While technically classified as carnivores, how? They have adopted to a herbivorous diet, supplemented rarely by fruits, grasses, insects, eggs, small rodents, and birds. You guys, now that's fascinating. Did you know that? Let me roll on down here and see what you're saying in here. So yeah, so it's got diet, it's got primary diet is bamboo. They they consume various type of bamboo, focusing on different parts depending on the season. Now, isn't that cute? They have seasonal preferences. Like, I didn't know that because to me, where bamboo live, it's always one temperature to me. So for them to eat different types of bamboo based on the season, that's new to me. So what I'm doing is copying and pasting. I hope you guys can see it because on my end, on my cell phone, I cannot see it for some reason. But I did copy and paste the information into the live stream for you. It's got volume. They spend 10 to 16 hours a day eating, consuming massive quantities to compensate for poor nutrition absorption. You guys, I didn't know pandas had issues with absorbing nutrition. You know, for the humans, us who take care of some sets of pandas, I'm going to assume that they're fully aware that pandas unfortunately have issues absorbing nutrition. So what would pandas have to consume more of to help them absorb the nutrition? Adoption. They use an extended wrist bone, a pseudo thumb, to grasp and strip bamboo stalks. Dietary supplements and alternatives. It says here, occasional foods in the wild. They may eat berries, fungi, grasses, and small animals, or carrion. Don't know what that is. Captive diet. Zoo supplements. Their captive diet. Zoos supplement their diets with high fiber biscuits, carrots, and apples to ensure proper nutrition. Now, isn't that the cutest thing? Supplementing the nutrition for the beautiful pandas. That's adorable. Now, as a little distraction, I'm going to look on here because I have like this cool filter feature. So I'm going to take this time at the 45-minute marker and have a little fun and see what these special features will do. It's got a green screen on here. I wonder if something will show up. Hold on. Wait. I want to see what... Oh, look it, that's green. I don't think I have any pictures in my background that could show up something. What else can I do on here? Since I'm on here, I want to have a pinch of fun. Stickers, effects pickers. I'm going into the effects pickers, my cool peeps, to see what I can do. We've got blue retro. I'm going to put blue retro on. Oh man, that's really neat. I am currently talking to you guys right now in blue retro. I'm going to put that in here. So yeah, we've got the, once again, for the pandas, they consume various type of bamboo, focusing on different parts depending on the season. I am currently talking to you guys in blue retro. I'm using a really cool feature, in my opinion, on here, and it's really darn neat. I'm so happy about this. Thank you so much. Welcome into the show. I am currently reading READ and talking about pandas and what they eat. Yay! Do you have anything you want me to ask AI overview? And if it's in good taste, I can type it in and answer it for you. One of my cool peeps in the chat asked, do pandas see anything else apart from bamboo? And the answer is primarily, for the most part, their diet is 100%. Well, we cannot say 100%. It's pretty much bamboo. But they have some issues where they have difficulty absorbing nutrition. And according to AI Overview, they're classified as carnivores. They have adapted to a herbivorous diet, supplemented rarely by fruits, grasses, insects, eggs, rodents, and birds. Anything else you want me to answer on here? I believe, to my knowledge, I responded to all of the questions so far. I'm scrolling up to the top here. We've got the bugs in the chat. It's got grasshoppers. Let's see. Pandas. Pandas eat people. Stop that. Are we on a trip? We are on an educational trip. And a trip just to hang out and have fun on this wonderful Sunday. The time for me is 8:49 p.m. No, excuse me. 8:49 a.m. ET time. And I'm reporting live from the beautiful state of Georgia. The grasshopper never put up for winter. I'd rather be an ant. That is the story. If you're still here, Big Money Trail. That's like a classic story that I was brought up on. What was it? The ant and the grasshopper? It was like a parable or whatever. It was like right up there with the tortoise and the hare, teaching us lifelong lessons. So yeah, I'm with you with the being an ant, because you're going to store up and store up. So high five to you. Bam. I'm going to put some ants in the chat. A-N-T. I'd rather be an ant opposed to a grasshopper as well. Hey, how are you doing? High five. Bam. Grasshopper. And in addition to your point of you, who said that again? Big Homie Trail, you'd rather be a ant instead of a grasshopper. Didn't Disney teach us that in the movie called Ants? It was the ants that was doing everything for the grasshoppers, and the grasshoppers were being mean, making their demands until the ants fought back. Exactly. With such bright energy, I wish you and your entire family abundance and protection. Amen. I receive that right now and right back at you, and to all my cool peeps who are in here, and also to my replay gang. Thank you so much for those words. Iceberg 22. High five. Bam. Thank you so much for that. Chimichangas. Now you're hungry. Chimichangas are fun to eat, but they're pretty big. You know what, guys? I have a question. Because when I think I was first introduced to chimichangas, it was like at 7-Eleven. And then the chimichangas were like a size of a ruler. So in my mind, because first impressions, right? Chimichangas I thought were supposed to be intentionally long, because that's why they call them chimichangas. Because to me, because I don't know Spanish or anything like that, chimichanga in my mind converted to meaning large. So when I go to Walmart, I see chimichangas, but they're the regular size of a burrito, but just fatter. So I honestly don't know what the difference is between the chimichanga and the burrito, because once upon a time when I was an actual child and younger, I thought chimichangas were served one way by way of going to 7-Eleven. And so I would prefer those chimichangas because they're really big and I can cut them in half. I can cut it in half and have it for one part for my lunch, excuse me, and the other part of the chimichanga. You guys are really commenting in here. I'm getting to your guys' comments as quickly as I can. Let's see here. Oh, what? Moo to you too. What's going on, Bradley fan? If you're still in here, how are you doing? High five, bam. Welcome into the show. It is a glorious Sunday morning. I hope you guys are having a good Sunday and not working too hard. Moo to you as well. You seem chill. I just subscribed. I gotta go. So hopefully I'll catch you next live. All right. Thank you for coming in. Demon 6743. And that's not me welcoming in any or invoking any spirits. So just in case that was a trap to say that I cancel all that right now. Unfortunately, that's their name. So thank you for coming in. And before that, once again, thank you for the prayer of protection with sight. With such bright energy, I wish you and your entire family abundance and protection. Thank you so much for your warm prayers. And thank you for stopping in. You have a great day. And thank you so much for your subscription. And keep having a good day. So I'm going to put that in here because he may be gone. Thank you for subbing and stopping in to hang with all of us cool peeps. You guys, I really feel chill. I am genuinely a really laid back person. And today's live stream, I am so comfortable. And I'm gonna blame it on this onesie. Blame it on the onesie. Well, thank you for putting the bugs in the chat, Brad Fan Sharp. Those are cute. Roaches freak me out. They are some kind of wonderful, and I'm saying it in a sarcastic way. That's something I will not get accustomed to. That's just something. I like to have a clean house, So the fact that I like to have a clean house makes me feel cool, but I don't like roaches neither. They're not fun. They're right up there with spiders because they have too many legs. But on the same note, a ladybug has too many legs. But they don't look crazy though. I think ladybugs were made by nice people. And only a select few spiders were made by nice people. The other things were made by people who just like to be mean and make us be nervous when we go outside and want to sit under a tree and we're looking around hoping that when we sit down nothing creepy crawls on us because we just want to be one with nature. But we too busy holding a book in one hand and bug spray in the other. Once upon a time, once upon a time, we're never gonna get the book read at this rate. Yes, girl, praying mantis give me the creeps. Man, they don't call them praying mantis for nothing. They're preying on us, hoping that we get wigged out. So then when they go back to their praying mantis homes, they can laugh at us. They'll be sitting down with their legs kicked up on the table. Yeah, so how many humans did you freak out today? 99. Oh, wow, that's almost the record. Really? I hope you had your camera on when you're flying around freaking out the humans. Oh, yeah, you better believe it. I had it in high definition. In fact, I'm going to run it through the editor software and load it up on Mantis YouTube so everyone can see the humans freak out. They move their heads like humans. You know what? Maybe that's why it makes them additionally creepy. Because the structure from the neck up is robotic. And I say robotic because robotics, if the order's wrong, the order's wrong. But robot people, based on how they taught us, we were first. So based on how the robotic structure is to mimic us with the neck part being painstakingly noticeable, that's how those mantis bugs' necks are. So to go back on your point, my guy, Jamie Pencil, how you were laughing, saying in a joking manner that grasshoppers are robots, it would make sense in this regards of me just trying to piece the pieces together and just have fun at the same time without freaking myself out. Robot bugs. No, robot bugs. How do you squish a robot bug? With the bottom of your shoe and press firmly and twist, or with the classic rolled up wad of newspaper. But the way things are going, it seems like newspapers are becoming obsolete, and I would like to blame that on the robot bugs. Because they're sick and tired of us humans rolling up newspapers and whacking them over the heads. So I can place the blame on the obsolescence of tangible newspapers and magazines going obsolete, because it's the robot bugs actually decommissioning that. In the figment of my imagination, that is what's happening. Welcome in all of my cool peeps. Just wanted to let you know that you all are amazing. Yes, I just read my own comment. You seem very genuine and sweet. Have a good night. You as well. You are probably gone already, but I'm still going to shout you out and say have a good night. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And you have a good night. There we go. You're amazing. You all are. Exactly. Everybody's amazing. You're amazing. You're amazing. You, and all of you are amazing. Thank you for the flames, Billy D. Williams. Oh, shouts out to Billy D. Williams. We have another celebrity in the chat. Thank you for the flames, Billy D. This message was automatically held for review. Y'all reading all the comments. She reading all the comments. Dude, thank you so much. You have some nice teeth. Y'all, you got to drink milk or take your calcium pills. Thank you for the compliments on my teeth, y'all. I can't say this for those who are lacking, unfortunately, the insurance to go to the dentist. I can't say I did a lot of window shopping on Amazon to educate myself, to find some of the things that the dentist would use to clean my teeth and buy them for myself. I'm happy that the automatic toothbrushes, they are relatively inexpensive now, so you don't have to break the bank to get them. Sometimes on a good day meaning the flash sale on Amazon, you can come across a really nice, for lack of a better word, robot toothbrush for like $23. And they come with at least eight brush heads so they can last for a while. And the power of the Dollar Tree, some of the stuff there that they have really works. I can't say this though, they do have a mix of name brand toothpastes and store brand toothpaste. If you have to get the store brand because they provide you more quantity opposed to the name brand, I can say that as long as you're consistent with a routine, you will see results. You may not see them as fast as buying the store brand teeth whiteners, but if you're consistent with it, some of the things, the off-brand toothpaste and stuff will work. Just so everybody cannot feel defeated, not everybody, so just for those who cannot afford dental insurance, this is a way for me to encourage you to, long as you're consistent, be advised you may not see results right away. Personal experience for me, but keep going at it. And for those of you who need vitamins, despite all the rumors and stuff, go to the Dollar Tree and pick you out some vitamins. It may not be multivitamins because those seem to sell out a lot, but pick out some vitamins you feel led to, that you feel that will help you, and just build off that, and then just take those. You don't have to take them every day. Take them 2 times out of the week. And for those of you who cannot take pills, just crush them and put them in your applesauce, or just go on and put them in a tablespoon, a cup of water, and just get it down, because what you want to do is maintain your health on the budget. Once again, the results may not happen overnight, but I guarantee you in time you will see the results. So I encourage all of you guys to continue to do your best to take care of yourself, even in spite of not being able to afford insurance. I am thankful for the Dollar Tree, because on those shelves there's something to help make me feel like I have a fighting chance to make it in this world. Hey, what's going on? High five. Hello to you. Are you watching Jujutsu Kaisen? I believe I answered your question because I started talking about Don the Don. Good mornings. How are you? Welcome in. Hercules the Shark, he'll be on Fridays. Hercules the Shark is on Fridays. That's his day. He actually went on twice this past Friday. Thank you so much for asking, and I'm responding to you directly. Grizz, Hercules the Shark comes on every Friday. Thank you for asking. Tampa, Florida in the building. What's going on, Tampa, Florida? I have not been to Florida, but it really seems like a neat place. There's the word unusual, but you guys are the opposite of unusual, which is a good thing, because that's the vibes I get when I find out there's YouTubers who are from Florida, or when I watch YouTubers go to Florida for vacation, and you know how the travel vloggers go to Florida. It just seems like a really cool place to go. And of course, you guys are by the sea or the ocean, so I already know that the fish baskets are going to be on point. I already know that the fish tacos are going to be so good. The lettuce will be fresh. No matter where I go, I'll be able to get me a bomb fish taco and a soda. Yo, welcome in Florida. Oh, thank you so much. It do look like a documentary. I'm trying out this new filter I have. Well, this new feature. Shouts out to my cool peeps and all of you because you guys helped me out, and I got an updated cell phone. So because of that, I'm trying out the new features that I have available to me while I'm live on the live stream because I could not do that on my old phone. And so I'm trying them out. Thank you so much. It is giving documentary vibes. And this is the first time I think I've ever used the filter. Cause usually I don't. I just show up as I am. Days where my hair isn't done. Days when my face looks really tired. When I'm tired, it shows in my face sometimes. But I still show up and I don't put a filter on. So today, I decided to put a filter on to try the features and to remind myself that I actually have a new phone. Yes, I had to remind myself that I have a new phone because the old one I've been rocking with, I had it for over 6 years or so. It was an Android 9 or 10. And y'all, we're in 2026, so if I was rocking with an old phone that was like a Android 9 or 10, it is really old. So thank you guys for coming through. Oh, wow. Let me go back to your comments. The river walking, we have water taxi. Are you serious right now? No way. That sounds so cool and romantic. A water taxi? What is a water taxi? Oh my gosh, you guys are bringing up some really cool topics. Earlier today, my cool peeps are just asking me random questions. One of the random questions was like, do panda bears eat more than just bamboo? And the answer is yes, but primarily the bulk of their diet is bamboo. The other question was, or wasn't a question, it was a question. They asked me if I was aware of the new robots in China where there's like a robot army. So we read about that. And now you have asked Travel Hall. Is that Travel Hall or Travel Hale? You asked the Riverwalk, and we have water taxis from Tampa to St. Pete. I'm getting ready to say, I want to read about these water taxis. Can you please tell me more about the water taxi from Tampa to St. Pete, please? I'm curious about this. As I wait for that to load up, I'll read your comment. Drake's dad's mustache. That's funny. It sounds like Mustache Cash Dash from the regular show. Did you ever see the Cartoon Network regular show with Mustache Cash Dash? So you've got Drake's dad's mustache set. It looks like you're about to drop some deep dark Hollywood secrets. Don't. Yeah, next time on Deep Dark Hollywood Secrets, we gonna talk about craft food services and why they make people fat real quick. Don't need craft services catering in Hollywood. They're just fattening you up so you can get Hollywood roles. Moving forward, I have here, hold on. It says, the Cross Bay Ferry offers a convenient 50 minutes to 33 miles per hour scenic ride connecting downtown Tampa near the convention center. Taxi. Here's a taxi. Let's go, taxi. It says here once again, Cross Bay Ferry offers a convenient 50 minutes, 33 mile per hour scenic ride connecting downtown Tampa near the convention center and downtown St. Pete near the St. Pete Pier. All right, the St. Pete Pier. operating Wednesdays through Sunday, mid-October to April, with plans for year-round. So I'm going to assume that you're from Florida. Is it true that you guys are planning to open up the water taxi for year-round? Hey, how are you doing? Welcome in. High five, guys. Bam. It costs $10 to $12 for adults, allowing bikes and serving drinks. Oh, now that sounds like somewhere where I would want to have my birthday. And it's like I don't even have to go all out because getting on the water taxi alone is going all out. Key details for the Cross Bay Ferry: terminals, schedule, cost, amenities, accessibility. So terminals departs from the Tampa Convention Center, 333 S. Franklin Street, and the St. Petersburg Pier area near 258th Avenue NE. So I believe that's northeast, y'all. Taking a small break to look at the likes, y'all. Thank you so much for piling up on the likes button. It really means a lot. It helps. It really do help, y'all. Liking, pushing the thumbs up is right up there with donating. So your time, your comments just passing through, it's all currency. So thank you so much for donating to the platform. Both. Dude, oh, so both on what? What do you mean both on what, Leo Berry? What's both for what, please? It says schedule runs Wednesday through Sunday and increase service up to 8+ trips. On Fridays and Saturdays, it also operates for Tampa Bay Lightning home games. Oh, that's cute. Cost $10 to $12 one way for adults. Reduced rates for seniors, military, and children. Amenities: indoor-outdoor seating, a full-service bar, and pet-friendly policies. Now, this sounds like more my speed. Watch out, Carnival Cruise. We've got the Tampa Bay Cross Bay Ferry. Now, this sounds like more my speed because I don't want to be on the boat all day. I do want to get back home to my family, and I don't want to be in the water all day. But this allows you to bring your pets, have a little something to drink because I'm of age and I do like to have an occasional drink. So, I mean, this sounds perfect. And y'all, this sounds great. I had to go back up in my comments and personally thank my cool people who's in here. Once again, I'm going to type your name in here and put thank you. I'll put hey, thank, if I could spell it right. Hey, thank you at Alan for... that's not it, girl. What you doing? I'm messing up, y'all. Hold on. Let me... Hold on, I'm messing up. TR. Here it is. Thank you for telling me about the cool COO. Dang, can I spell right today? Y'all, it's Saturday, Sunday. The cool Cross Bay Ferry. Thank you so much for telling me and my cool peeps about the Cross Bay Ferry. Boats make me seasick bad. Now, I was watching, what's that young lady's name? Her name is Zyri, but she's got a new channel now, Life with Zari, or Zari or something like that. She's got a YouTube channel that I follow. She covers Roblox games, and then she also started her very own lifestyle YouTube channel. I'm actually going to look her up right now so I can pull her up because she just recently went on a cruise. And she too was worried about becoming seasick. She didn't go on the cruise alone, but she, has her own chamber. She has her own chambers and wanders around the ship by herself. I'm getting ready to look now and find her. I really like her platform, y'all. Let's see here. So it's Z Fam. I originally started following her because of the Z Fam, Zari. Where is she? You know, if I go on my save playlist, I can find her. Thank you for waiting. Zyrie Real Life. I'm going to show you y'all her. Can you see her? So she just recently went, her latest video is, oh, I don't even have her new one saved. I just commented on her video, but I didn't save it to the playlist yet. So I need to do that. It's simply Zyrie, her cruise blog. So chaotic 4-day solo. Oh, she did go along. I thought she said she went on the cruise with her mom. Oh my goodness. So chaotic 4-day solo cruise vlog, Royal Caribbean. She said she had these bracelets. She had these bracelets on her wrist and she had a patch on her neck or somewhere. So I'm saying all this to say for Bendy Hole for 19. You said boats make me seasick bad. Have you tried the wrist things and the seasick patches? Because she had put hers on and I haven't heard her complain about getting seasick. She expressed that she hopes that the patch and the bracelet will work. You know, she expressed having a little anxiety about that. But I haven't watched the video all the way through to see if, you know, if maybe she's going to experience some seasickness or not. But yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Speaking of that, she also had she brought her own personal first aid kit and she showed us what she had in there. You know, the importance, like Tylenol, like Claritin, just in case she had allergies, Benadryl. And I do recall her mentioning something about C tablets. I know she didn't say C tablets, but I know you're following what I'm saying. And so she said she had those in her medical emergency container, um in case of emergency. I believe she expressed that she hoped it didn't have to come to that point, and she hoped that the patches and the wristbands worked. So I'm glad you brought it up because perhaps you can try something else that you don't have to necessarily ingest into your body. You can try, with the patch is still going into your body, but it's at a different rate. Or you can try the wristbands. So once again, Simply Zyrie is who I was watching and got that information from. It's so blurry. Oh my goodness. Can y'all even see her? That's terrible. But it's Simply Zyrie. I'll look for the patches and bands. Yes, I'm happy I was able to help you. See, y'all? You never know who you're going to help just by watching TV. You know, I was just up here listening to her in the background having a good day because her channel was so positive. And it's nice to have her on in the background. In fact, I have her on in the background now. But what I have on is her other channel where she's doing like these really cool Roblox skits and stories and stuff, but it's still primarily positive. So I'm glad I watched her so I can tell you about that. Now, I am not a doctor or anything like that. I must say that I am not a doctor. This is just things that I've heard and saw another YouTuber participate in. So if you're still here, Bendy, I'm going to look up I'm going to ask AI Overview, can you please list for me things I can use to avert seasickness while on a cruise or boat. While you're here, I'm going to see if AI Overview will provide for me to read to you a various list of options to help you combat potential seasickness. All right. Once again, AI overview is not perfect and it will make mistakes. I am not a licensed doctor or anything like that. I'm just a cool person in the spirit of conversation and seeing what I can do to help while you're here. So, according to AI overview, preventing seasickness is most effective when you prepare before you feel unwell. It says, prepare before you feel unwell. The best strategies involve a combination of medications, natural remedies, and behavioral adjustments. They have medications. They have the scopolamine patches, mesoglene, and all these other weird names. Here are natural ways, because you did mention the patches. So the first thing listed was the patches. It's called, these are prescription patches placed behind the ear, effective for up to 3 days. They are highly recommended for severe motion sickness. So once again, according to AI overview, they have patches. These prescription patches placed behind the ear, effective up to 3 days, are highly recommended for severe motion sickness. We've got the natural and the natural holistic remedies. You are so welcome once again. High five. Bam. So happy I was able to be of some help for you. They've got ginger products. Ginger capsules, tea, or ginger chews candies are effective at settling the stomach. Acupressure bands, C-bands. Wristbands with a plastic bead that presses against the P6 acupressure point on your wrist. Wow, that's neat, because I've heard about the wristbands, but you guys, I didn't know that it had some acupressure techniques going along with it. In my mind, when I heard some of the YouTubers talk about, y'all, I'm going on a cruise this week, or y'all, we're going to have a meet and greet on the cruise, so plan your tickets, I would hear mentions of the bands. But in my mind, I was thinking when they put on the wristbands, it was more like those copper fit sleeves, you know, like how they have the copper fit feet for circulation. So I was thinking maybe the wristbands work more or less like that. So here's some more information about the bands. Bendy, it says here natural remedies, holistic remedies for that are acupressure bands, C-bands, wristbands with a plastic band that presses against the P6 acupressure point on your wrist. Green apples. Many cruisers swear that eating a green apple helps with nausea, and they are typically available at the buffet. So when push comes to shove and you forget your band or your patches, word on the curb, according to AI overview, green apples help, and you can get those at the buffet. So I'm going to put some green apples in the chat. Green apples. Motion Ease, a natural oil-based product that you dab behind your ear. Once again, Motion Ease, a natural oil-based product that you dab behind your ears. Peppermint, according to AI overview. Mints, gum, or essential oils can help cause nausea. Lemon wedges, is nothing like a lemon wedge or a few in some cold ice water. And I'm primarily not a fan of drinking cold drinks, because I naturally get cold really easily. But when it comes to lemon wedges and some water, I feel so rich and fancy. So it says here, according to AI overview, lemon wedges. Sucking on a lemon wedge can help, or smelling citrus to alleviate the nausea. So this is a lot of handfuls and armfuls of ways that you can help combat motion sickness, and be prepared before you get on the ship. But by happenstance, if that's a word, you forget any of these things, please note that the cruises will have readily available in their buffet definitely some lemon wedges on standby and some green apples. And I'm quite sure for a high price gouging price in their gift shop, you can also get you a wristband. All those sounds like good ideas. I agree too. So that's a little bit of information provided to me to read to you on there. So if you want some keywords to further research for yourself, I'm going to type almost exactly what I wrote in the search, so you can copy and paste it and continue your search. So here's what I typed in. Can you please, PLEASE, list for me things I can use to advert. ADVERT, ADVERT, see, sickness while on a cruise, while on a cruise, CRUI, or on a boat. So here's the question that I typed into Google search, and then I clicked AI overview. And in addition to all the helpful things I read to you guys, there's still another list of remedies and strategies it provides to you to help you prepare yourself for motion sickness. So you don't have to necessarily deprive yourself of going out to the sea, if only for a little bit. These are a list of things, a game plan to help you prepare so you don't have to miss out on fun things like that. So I believe something out of that list will help. Thank you so much, guys, for commenting with me, asking questions. What's emotion sickness? Now that sounds like a new one, but we're talking about motion sickness when you're on the sea or on those carnival cruises, and sometimes people's tummies get wheezy, and then before you know it, you're like, bleh. What's Hercules' advice for motion sickness? Wow, that is a good question. You definitely have to come back on Friday at 5 a.m. ET time to ask him. Or if you miss it, because Hercules the shark comes on super early in the replay squad, you can also ask him in the community feed or under one of his videos, because that's a great question. What's going on, Brooklyn in the building? How are you doing? We have, to me, in my opinion, we've been having a lot of people from all across the United States hang out and talk with us, and I really appreciate it. For me, guys, I am reporting live from the Peach State. I am in Georgia, and the time for me and my cool peeps is 9:27 a.m. ET time, and I'm just on here having a good time with you guys, vibing in my cat dog onesie. And today I'm actually using the filter. I know you guys know it, but this is new for me because I usually stay away from filters. I deviate from filters. But this time I'm trying out the new features on the new phone, and I'm not having any issues with it. My live stream isn't crashing, and this is pretty fun. And I also saw that I have the option to throw up a green screen now while I'm live. The other phone I had was really old. It was like an Android 9 or 10. So I wasn't able to act on all of the features that YouTube provided for me. So I've been missing out. But I want to say thank you guys for your donations and stuff, because like Cash App and the stickers and stuff, because that's what helped me get the new phone I'm talking with you guys on now. Hey, how are you doing? I appreciate all the advice. I'm happy for you. It's amazing here guys, on Elay TV. I feel really happy because every time I'm on here, of course, it's a different vibe in a good way, but I feel in my heart and in my head too, okay, that when my cool peeps come on, they're right where they're supposed to be at the right time in reference to hanging out with me. And so I'm thankful that I was able to help all of you answer your questions by way of just typing it into AI overview and popping out an answer for you. Motion sickness is where you get sickness from stillness. I don't know. Using filters can become addictive. It can be, but this is actually my first walkthrough into the realm of filters. And this one I like. It's really cool. And why not use a filter today when I'm actually looking really well? So that's one thing for sure for me. I'm not being vain or anything. I actually look really good today. So why not use the filter when I'm looking good, opposed to using the filter when I look a mess? Y'all, if you haven't, I have plenty of videos where I have 50-11 bags. I don't look the best and my hair don't be done all the time, but I didn't use a filter, so I'm using it today. Thank you so much. This is a nice filter. One of my cool peeps earlier was like, it looks like I'm about to do a documentary. And I'm like, you know, now that you think of it, I didn't even think of it that way. It do seem like a documentary, but this one is a vibe. And honestly, it makes my hair look cool. The hair, my hair is dyed. I changed my color maybe 2 months ago. One of you guys asked me what color was I gonna choose, and I was saying I had to give my hair a rest for a while. So I actually did change the color. So this color, this is the color, but the filter probably just magnified it. But it is like a red color. I did change my hair, so the hair color is real. And it's the hair color is not a filter. I did my hair. You guys will be able to see it more in the replay, because for the first portion for the first portion of the video, I didn't have the filter on. So motionless sickness. So we've got Beetlejuice in the heezy. I'm getting ready to motionless sickness. That's ridiculous. I'm getting motion sickness is where you get sickness from a stillness. So to further expound on your comments, Beetlejuice T7K, I'm going to ask AI overview. Can you please explain to me the definition of motion sickness? So with your information that you provided in the comments, plus what I believe motion sickness is, and with the help of AI overview, we can put all these wonderful things together. So just one moment as I type it. Can you please explain to me what motion sickness now it would help if I spelled it correctly. MOTION. Thank you so much. All right, I'm waiting for it to load up. I love you guys too. Thank you so much. Motion sickness, according to AI overview, my cool peeps. And thank you for pressing the likes. Last time I looked, I was in my 20s on the likes, and now they're in the 30s. You guys are really tearing it up. Thank you so much for doing that. That's really cool. According to AI overview, it says motion sickness is a common temporary condition that occurs when the brain receives conflicting messages from the body about movement. Now, that's a nice detailed explanation. Once again, my cool peeps, gather around the bonfire or the ring of fire as we figure out in this moment at 9:33 a.m. ET time in the grand state of Georgia. Motion sickness is a common temporary condition that occurs when the brain receives conflicting messages from the body about movement. Essentially, your brain gets confused because the sensors in your inner ear, your eyes, and your muscles are not telling the same story about whether you are moving or standing still. According to AI overview, my cool peeps, it is often called motion sickness, car sickness, or seasickness depending on the situation. Your brain determines your body position and movement by combining signals from three main areas: inner ear, eyes, and joints. Motion sickness happens when these signals contradict each other. So motion sickness to me is when you run into humans who are always contradicting themselves. By default, you become confused. And by default, you just reject the person because they're too confusing. So in the sickness type of way, that's pretty much that, but the end result is you unfortunately vomiting all over the place. Motionless sickness, it is the opposite of motion sickness. I'm gonna put a car right there for motionless sickness. I'm gonna hold on at Bendy and that don't go right there. Elay, what you doing? You typing in the wrong box, girl. You typing in the wrong box. Motion. And then I'm going to put a car right there just because a car moves. Car in motion. C-A-R-A. Bada bing. We've got motion sickness happens when these signals contradict each other. According to AI overview, we've got example car sickness or example car sickness. Car sickness. I have a parrot flying around here. It just lives here rent free and I can never catch it. Every once in a while, a parrot will fly around and repeat stuff randomly from like what I just said. From like what I just said. Excuse me. You are in the example, you are in the back seat of a car reading a book. Your inner ear tells your brain you are moving bumpy road. But your eyes tell your brain you are sitting still, looking at a stationary book. Examples for seasickness. You are below deck on the boat. Your inner ear feels the boat rocking up and down, but your eyes are stationary or in the stationary room. The brain gets confused by these conflicting reports, resulting in a stress reaction that leads to symptoms. Here are some symptoms, according to AI overview, that are followed with seasickness. Thank you so much for subscribing. High five. Bam. Welcome to Elay TV. Welcome, my cool peeps. Common symptoms after experiencing or while experiencing seasickness. According to AI overview, symptoms can start suddenly, often beginning as a queasy or an uneasy feeling in the stomach. They can progress to include dizziness or lightheadedness, cold sweats, fatigue or drowsiness, increased salivation, nausea and severe cases vomiting, headaches. Triggers, especially according to AI overview. So now I'm educating myself because I just, based on watching cartoons and comedy TV shows, to me, I was taught to learn that seasickness is always and only equivalent to vomiting. But I was on the ferry years ago when I was a tiny child. I could have experienced seasickness and didn't even know it because I'm like, I didn't throw up, so nothing happened to me. But based on this list, I'm going to read the list once again for my own edification so some of this can stick. According to AI overview, my cool peeps, it says this, y'all. I had to tuck this in. It's in the weird. It says common symptoms according to AI overview. Symptoms can start suddenly, often beginning as queasy or uneasy feelings in the stomach. They can progress to include dizziness or lightheadedness, cold sweats, fatigue, or drowsiness, increased salivation, nausea, and severe cases vomiting or a headache. Triggers and suspectability. Suspectability. While anyone can get motion sickness, it is more common in children ages 2 to 12, pregnant individuals, and people prone to migraines. Triggers often include travel in vehicles, cars, planes, or boats, amusement park rides, who you telling, and reading while in motion. Wow, I didn't know that. What's going on? No time, no see. High five, J Brown. Bam. We are up here reading random notes and it is really fun. Right now, we are talking about motion sickness, and I had no idea that there were so many symptoms in addition to just vomiting that could be related to motion sickness. So I could have been having motion sickness all this time and not knowing it. Thank you so much for the jewels. How are you doing? As you know, you already know, I'm up here trying to type and talk with y'all at the same time. But yeah, I had to read that list a couple times because I'm like, dang, I bet you that was happening to me. But I'm like, I'm cool. I'm just going to eat a couple of crackers. Not even thinking I was having motion sickness. Welcome, W-E-L, if I can spell correctly, W-L-C-O-M-E. Welcome in and thank you so much. Thank you so much for the jewel, for the donation, DONATION, and high five, HIGH, FIVE, HIGH. search of love. Okay, there we go. Thank you so much for the jewels as well. So, in the last paragraph, according to AI overview, in reference to motion sickness, triggers and suspectability. Already read that. Oh, wow, that's the end of it already. That's crazy. So, my cool peeps, you've been all asking some really cool random questions. We just finished up answering the question about seasickness and giving answers on holistic ways you can combat motion sickness without having to get some medication from the doctor. So we listed the holistic ways to combat that. We um, got a more clear, more accurate reading on what motion sickness is, and I learned something today. I also learned that in Florida they have river taxis, and I want to go on one. It's pet friendly, it's wheelchair accessible for the disabled, and you don't have to be on there all day like Carnival cruises and stuff. So that's how we even got to this whole topic of motion sickness in the first place, because we have some cool peeps who checked in who are watching from Florida, and they mentioned the water taxi, and I want to go on that. We talked about robots in China, robots, how more loose they are, meaning more flexible. For example, according to AI Overview, there's the AGBot A3. This unit is designed for full combat capabilities, exhibiting aggressive kicking, flipping, and high-speed motion. Engine AI T800 is a humanoid robot designed with high durability and strength, with demonstrations showcasing its ability to withstand impact. Hey, how are you doing? Welcome in. High five. Bam. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm currently going over all of the cool things my cool peeps and I talked about. I'm having fun today because as you guys ask questions, I'm just simply typing them into AI Overview and reading what it has to say and seeing if my educated guess before I get the answer from the computer is around about in any regards to what I'm saying. Right now I'm talking about, thank you so much, with practice, because I stumble on these words. There's many times when I stumble over the words, but I just power through, man. So you will find if you come back in or just passing through, I stumble through these words. Thank you so much. I am trying to improve in that. For example, we have this robot. It says here, did I read it already? It's got robot wolves. In addition to humanoids, China is developing quadruped robot wolves capable of carrying equipment and weapons for infantry and support. What I was saying is, the robot that stood out to me was the Agibot. Not only because it's a cute name, it sounds like a Digimon or a Pokemon. I want to say shouts out to all the people in China for always coming up with the most adorable names to name stuff. I know this is a fighting robot, but it sounds so cute. It's like, here comes the Agibot A3. It's going to help us. So I picked that one as the one that seems the most interesting because I instantly thought about the people who live in the mountains and the people who have detached themselves from reality. I mean, social media and stuff. They too need help. And some of them have radios at least. So in my mind, if something were to happen to him, then way out in the mountains, like Antarctica or somewhere, and they need some help, it's nice to know that these robots will be able to withstand being in the snow and help scoop these people out of the snow. Because if we're there doing it, us humans, we mean well. I mean, who wouldn't mean well? They're putting their lives on the line to save other humans in snow. But even there comes a point where they cannot be out there too long neither. So I'm thankful for this type of robot because it will be able to help those people. Because it is true when it comes to saving lives, is those seconds do add up. So I'm happy for the invention of that. And I'm keeping in mind also that in this time with robots and stuff, that I want to be hopeful, not to just be living in fear that the robots are going to turn on us. Everything in here in this plan has been turn for bad, and there's good people and good people, bad people, good robots, bad robots. So on that note, I'm thankful for the technology because I'm thinking of all the lives that will be saved. And for other humans, they don't have to go put their lives on the line. Especially, guys, honestly, in the spirit of the firefighters, the flames get too hot, the bearings break. That's scary. They have families to go back home to. They're putting their lives on the line constantly. So if they have to go to a fire situation where it's like it's really high up, they could send in the robot instead of an actual human person. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I see you went back and read those comments. Earlier in the comments, one of the cool peeps, we were talking about bugs and grasshoppers and praying mantises and how creepy they are. So it was nice that everyone talked about that. And the cool peep said that they would rather be an ant opposed to a grasshopper. And I agree too. Because have you seen the Disney movie Ants? It tells you right there in the story. The ants saved the day. It was the ants doing all the work. Slow and steady wins the race, constantly working to get to a higher goal. And the grasshoppers never did that. They were always being mean to the ants, talking about some give us our food before the last leaf falls. I'm like, why don't y'all do it? Y'all bigger than us. Y'all can have it done in 2 days. It takes the ants 365 days. So yeah, in that regard, I said ants too. I'm team ants in reference to that. Let's go Disney. I hope this show, I'm getting ready to put some flamingos in the chat just to put a pop of color in here and some swans to just break up the things. And once again, put a pop of color in there. There we go. Thank you so much, guys. I'm so happy I've been able to be a positive light to you guys in this world. My name is LA. Pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. Shouts out to all my day ones, day twos, day news, and the ones just passing through. Once again, over here, all are welcome. And donations are everything. Giving of your time, pressing the thumbs up, coming by just to say hello, typing in the comments, all of that is a donation. So for those of you who feel weird, like when you go to church and you feel some type of way because you're not giving money, it's not like that here. Your time is enough. So there's no pressure to do stuff like that over here. And another thing, because I have a lot of new people in here, I'm not one of those YouTube content creators where you need to just stay watching me and don't go to anyone else. No, this world is big for a reason, so you are welcome to come in. You don't have to feel bad when you're not here for a long time. It's none of that checking in stuff over here. Just come in when you want to, all right? And on that note, I want to say thank you so much for coming in. This was a bonus video, and I had a really good time. And I really enjoyed this new feature. I'm so happy because had I not been on here, I would not have realized that I have access to all these new features. So I'm going to have to get on here and start trying them out to see which ones I like the best. This is my first time in my entire social media history where I believe I used the filter all the way through. And it's weird, but it's neat. So YouTube history for myself. I'm getting ready to get out of here. I will be back on tomorrow, 5 a.m. 5 a.m. ET time for the Morning Moo. Morning Moo Monday Motivational Madness, helping moo and moo power moo your work week. Thank you so much for coming in. Until next time, I will see you next video. Bye-bye.